Welcome back, everybody, to another KC Sports Report Chiefs post-game live stream. Coming at you live from the parking lot at Arrowhead Stadium. I'm Michael Darcy, and I'm going to break down the Kansas City Chiefs 24-20 loss to the Buffalo Bills at Arrowhead Stadium. So, Chiefs Kingdom, this game was very interesting. The Chiefs, from the very get-go, got this game started off very slowly. Now, the Chiefs did a really good job in this game defensively of moving and getting the team off the field. But the problem was the offense really wasn't that good. Now, I'm going to preface this saying that I missed most of the first quarter because I wasn't done doing the pregame stuff yet. But what I did see in the first quarter, the offense was just kind of meh. It wasn't that good. It wasn't, it didn't do anything spectacular. It took a while for the offense to get heated up. You could argue they never heated up really, but the Chiefs went into half with a tie game, 10-10. Harrison Butker drilled like a 62-yard field goal, which ended up being the longest in Arrowhead Stadium history, which, by the way, it's his first week back from the injury. So the fact that he's already back and breaking records, it's a great thing. And Harrison Butker, as fireworks go off in the background, Harrison Butker, even though he missed one of the kicks, was not the problem today. The problem was the offense just could not do enough. The defense held Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills offense to 24 points. 24 points. Now, Josh Allen, for the most part, I would argue looked pretty pedestrian today. Now, he had a moment in this game towards the end of the fourth quarter where he hurdled a man and got into the red zone. Josh Allen does stuff that no human being his size should be able to do. It's unbelievable. I think that the Chiefs definitely overlooked his ability to run the ball again, and that really kind of costed them on that play. But, guys, I'm really not that upset. I think that the Chiefs lost a close game at home against one of, if not the best team in the AFC. If Patrick Mahomes doesn't throw a pick with a minute left in this game, they would have had a chance to go down and win the game with a game-winning touchdown. I'm not worried about this. The Bills have shown time and time again that they'll win in the regular season, but they won't win when it actually matters. I mean, in the playoffs, Patrick Mahomes is 2-0 against Josh Allen. Last year, the Bills came into Kansas City and waxed the Chiefs. It was not close. I still think there's a lot of work to do offensively. There's some penalties they need to clean up. Mahomes got hit a lot today. The offensive line has got to get better. But, I'm coming out of this game feeling like it was just a 50-50. I wasn't really sure who was going to win, but the Bills just were the better team today by a couple plays. This game really shows how even both these teams are, because I don't really think the Bills are that much better than us, and I don't think that the Chiefs are really that much better than the Bills. I think they're a very even team that the Bills were able to get the better of. But again, come January, we might have a different story. But let's kind of go over some of the key moments in this game. The Chiefs were able to have a few big plays. Juju Smith-Schuster might be my player of the game. He had over 100 receiving yards. He had a touchdown. He had some really big catches. And, he really showed out today. Mecole Hardman had a touchdown. Also had a really rough time returning a punt. Not great. But if I get sidetracked, it's because I'm trying to leave Arrowhead right now. Arrowhead Stadium, fantastic environment. The fans really brought it today, but it is a hellhole to try to leave. I've been in the parking lot since the game ended, and I'm just now getting to the highway. So I appreciate you guys for tuning into this live stream, kind of hearing my thoughts on the game. I'll give a more in-depth breakdown hopefully tomorrow or later this week. But I'm really not mad. I mean, again, the Chiefs lost a game that I would argue was a toss-up. They didn't look terrible defensively. I thought that they made some really big stops. They were able to force Buffalo off the field on a couple crucial fourth downs. It ultimately just wasn't enough. Your offense going up against Buffalo has to score more than 2 touchdowns. It's just not good enough. Now, you could argue that if Harrison Butker makes that field goal, we're not having this conversation. But Harrison Butker, given the fact that he's coming off of that ankle injury, the fact that he was able to contribute and make 2 out of the 3 field goals we asked him to, I'll take that. And I think that you can't blame this on Harrison Butker. This is a offensive. I mean, I don't even really want to blame the offense though. It was a game that Buffalo's defense just stumped Patrick Mahomes. A lot of that came with their front four and the pressure that they were able to apply. I mean, good God, Von Miller. Von Miller is a stud. I cannot believe that this dude is like almost 40 years old and just being an absolute stud. He had 2 sacks today. Orlando Brown Jr. continues to look bad. Andrew Wiley got bullied a couple times today. Sky Moore on punt returns, man. It's just he's not bad, but he's just not that good. It's just a fair catch every single time. Isaiah Pacheco's been all right on the kickoffs, but I'm just an advocate of letting that ball hit the end of the end zone and just taking the 25. I don't know why we're even messing around and trying to return it because our special teams unit, quite frankly, hasn't been that good this year. But man, I can't even get mad about that game. Like I said, it was a game that I thought that the final team that had the ball was going to win. If you remember in the preseason when I came out with my prediction video, I had the Chiefs losing this game. I just thought that Buffalo was going to be more ready, more prepared, and the Chiefs were still going to have to figure some stuff out. Granted, I don't think I expected them to have the lead at like the 5 minute mark in the fourth quarter and then blowing it. But it was just a 50-50 game in which Buffalo had the ball, made a couple big time plays down the stretch. And like I said, Buffalo has won this game in the past. That's kind of why I picked them preseason, but they don't win when it matters. The Chiefs do. So, yeah, it's frustrating to lose a game like that. But as I kind of told my coworker sitting next to me tonight, there's no other game there's no other way I want that game ending. I want the ball in the hands of Patrick Mahomes. And tonight it didn't happen to work out in our favor. But again, I want the ball in 15 hands when it comes to be game time. And again, it didn't work today, but it's going to work 9.5 times out of 10. This just happens to be the 0.5 that it doesn't. So I'm not really worried, guys. It's one loss to one of the best teams in the AFC. It sucks to lose these games at home, but again, the Bills are a really quality opponent. And I mean, the only negative that I can see about this game is it might have a certain playoff implication down the line. I'm not sure what Buffalo's schedule looks like as of right now, but I mean, if you lose this game, Buffalo has to lose 2 more games than you now because they have the tiebreaker. So it's really important that if you want that number 1 seed in the playoff picture, you're going to have to win games you have to win. You can't, you don't have that wiggle room anymore. Buffalo just took that wiggle room. So I think the Chiefs are still improving. We saw last week against the Raiders. They still don't have it all figured out yet. This was by all means a struggle. And I think that, again, they're going to improve. It's just they had a lot of stuff going against them tonight. They had some injuries. Joshua Williams, the 4th or 5th round draft pick, was forced to step up in a big way tonight and guard Stephon Diggs. I mean, you were out Trent McDuffie. You didn't have Willie Gay. Darius Harris is still looking pretty good. He had a hit on, I can't remember if it was Devin Singletary or it was the Josh Allen, but he was able to stuff him behind the line of scrimmage. But you still are missing Willie Gay. But Willie Gay is your best coverage linebacker. So I expect there to be some kinks. The Chiefs weren't at full strength. And then I just screwed up my mirror. So I can 95% of the time. But they're a they're a good fan base. So the Chiefs lost